Okay. So just thank you for inviting me. So the idea is I'm a professor at the HSSO Valais in computer science. And earlier this year, we actually created this company, which is Adventure Lab, which actually sell this mat, which is here, which is called Adventures Mat. And this is what I will present today. So first, I would like to discuss about augmented reality, because it's kind of the core business with what we do. So augmented reality, you might know about Oculus Rift, and you might know about Pokemon Go. So the idea is that you could see stuff on stage, on this mat, using either HoloLens or a smartphone to see stuff that you wouldn't see in real. So the idea is that if I want to learn about body, I need to kill someone to open his body to know what is inside, which is not really nice. So for us, we think that with augmented reality, you could actually navigate into a body without harming anyone and knowing stuff that you wouldn't know if you open someone. It wouldn't tell you this is the liver, this is the lung. So the idea is that augmented reality could add some value to this kind of task, of learning task. So now the idea is that how could we actually add augmented reality to serious game? So the idea is that you could learn while playing, and you should do some educative games. And the idea is that we want to change kids from spectators to actors. They actually go on the mat and look for information, which is kind of a way of learning as well. So we actually based our products on the 4 pillars of learning. The first one is attention. So I have my tablet, I have my smartphone, I can go around, I will look for stuff that are on the mat. So active engagement as well. So I have to go and search for the information. Nobody will actually give me information. I will actually to go to grab it. And then feedback. You need feedback when you actually learn stuff. You need to know if it's right or if it's wrong what you actually learn. If you say that the liver is the lung or vice versa, it's wrong. So the app should tell you that. And then the last pillar is about consolidating achievement, which means that you have to come back again to the game to actually learn more. So the idea is you have to make it playful, so people come back and learn more about stuff that you actually show on the mat. So the idea, the dream that we had at Adventure Lab was to make learning great again, which means that watching documentation TV, it's kind of really boring, really passive. So I mostly sleep in front of my TV. So then books are nice, but they are static. There is kind of world you cannot see in 3D. You see like in 2D, you see text, you have to read, you have to actually do stuff. And then you have VR, which isolates people, which is not what we want when you are learning. What we are doing is that we want to actually have collaboration between students, and this is what we did for the mat. So the product is this. So we have a mat which is like this. So you actually get the mat from us, and you get the application for free on your smartphone or tablet. And then you can actually play with your kid or play in the classroom to actually learn stuff. So I have a small video. It's in French, I'm sorry, but this was done from the national radio.
Adventures Mat vient de l'envie de créer un tapis de jeu qui soit moderne, qui soit fun, qui soit coloré pour les enfants.
Les jouets pour enfants font de plus en plus appel à la réalité augmentée, ce que la société suisse Adventures Lab a bien compris. Cette dernière a développé un tapis de jeu qui reprend différents thèmes. Ici, on joue à l'apprenti docteur en découvrant, grâce à une application, l'anatomie humaine et le fonctionnement d'un hôpital. Plusieurs mini-jeux viennent ponctuer l'exploration et la découverte du corps humain. De quoi s'amuser tout en apprenant pour 79 balles. L'Adventure Mat, c'est son petit nom, est à essayer chez soi ou en salle de classe.
Okay, so this was kind of a small kind of ad from Couleur 3. So we actually sent them the pamphlet of what we are doing. They actually really liked it. So this is why they did this video, and they have on their capsule every week they show that on Facebook and their Twitter accounts. So the idea is that we have first the mat as I showed, so you can actually play with your own kind of small cars, Playmobil, and so on. And you have an app that you can download for free on the App Store. So the idea is that you have 3 worlds. You have the discovery worlds, so you can actually learn about anatomy, about hospital. Then you have the quiz. So in the quiz, you can actually see if what you learn in the discovery world, you know it. So the idea, if you do some quiz, you can actually play alone, or you can play against someone. And the idea is that you could see if what you learn in discovery, you know it or not. And then to reward you, because you did well in the quiz, you have some small games that you can play. For example, you have like some fires in the city and you have to extinguish them, and you have to call for the ambulance or for the firefighter, and you have to compose the right number. So it's a really small game. So it teaches kids about the firefighter number, about the ambulance number. So this is kind of a fun way of learning as well. So this is what it looks like. So if you see, like, this is the mat which is here. So the human body is coming on all the mats, so you can go around and look at it, and you could select if you want the skeleton, if you want the digestive system, if you want the respiratory system, if you want the urinary system, and so on, and you can actually see, and then go close with your smartphone or tablet and say, this is the femur, this is the lung, and so on. Then you have the hospital kind of wards, so you can actually go inside the hospital and see where they do like radiography, where they do like where you have to wait, where they do examination. So the idea is that you could actually give to your kid before they go to the hospital and say, okay, so you will actually wait in this place, then you will go to that place, and then you could go to this place, and then you actually show the kids what he will face when he will go to the hospital. And then you have the quiz. So the idea is that you have, for example, like find the thoracic cage. So you have to go with your smartphone and go on the thoracic cage to actually see if it's good or not. So if it's good, it's green, and then you get a point. And if it's actually wrong, it's actually put in red and put in green which element is the right one. So you get feedback out of this. And then, as I said, you have the small games like in the 3D kind of city. And in this game, you have to actually extinguish fire. You can do like a car race as well that you can play with the app. So the idea is that you can have a fun learning experience. So the added value from this mat compared to what we have right now is that augmented reality shows things that you cannot see in real. So like you cannot see inside the human body without augmented reality. It forces you to move around to gather information. So you actually have this aspect of getting this information. Then it gives direct feedbacks, which means that if you do wrong, it will show what is right. So you kind of learn in the spots. It's participative, which means that you can play together. You can say, oh, look, this is the femur, this is the ulna, and then you can actually share your experience. And as well, you can actually compete with your colleagues on who is the best in knowing about the human body. Then it could be used without tablets or smartphone, which means that if the parents don't want to actually let the kids play on the tablet, they just say, okay, play with your toys, and after 1 or 2 hours, I can give you the tablet, and then you can actually work on that. So there is kind of like a control for the parents, so they give the smartphone to the tablet, or they don't. And then it could be have new usages. The idea is that you have in French, German, and English, and people actually start using this app to actually learn languages. This is something that we didn't actually think in the beginning. So they actually change the language of the app, and they actually learn like in Spanish, or like in the format is like only like German or French or English, but we want to expand in Spanish, in Russian, or whatever. It's really easy to add languages to the application. So what after? So the idea is that we want to do research on serious game, and we want to make kids come back for more. So we have to be interesting. We have to have interesting content as well. We want to take advantage of these 4 pillars that I just told you about, and we want to try new paradigm about being collaborator, being competitors in looking for information. So in conclusion, I would say augmented reality is really nice to see stuff that you couldn't see in real. For example, you can see inside the body, you can see history, you can see volcano, you can see like stuff that, or like planets as well. So this is stuff that you could do with AR and you couldn't do like in real. AR is less immersive than VR, but it's more collaborative. This is something that we want. We want to kind of to make people collaborate and to learn again together new stuff. And it's more involving than TV, which means that the idea is that you don't actually stay passive learning. And for what we saw is that AR in the serious game is really a good combo for us, so it works really great. And I'm finished, so if you have any questions, I'm here.
Thanks a lot. We've time just for one question. So who wants to ask? Oh, I think you were first. Sorry.
Yes, there is many books using augmented reality for children, like dinosaur, whatever. And I think this mat could be great if you use multiplayer. Did you?
Yeah.
Do you?
So we have a quiz that actually you can actually play for up to 4 people. Yes. The idea is that we actually know that there are books existing, so we want to actually change that, and we want to actually have a bigger place so we can actually go around. This is something that we think that books are nice, but this is kind of
doesn't
bigger.
work. I mean, commercially.
Sorry?
Books are completely failed. Complete fail.
Exactly, yeah.
It's commercial product. And I think because they need multiplayer, I mean.
Yeah, so we have multiplayer for that, and we have actually a game that will be actually getting out like a Mario Kart on the mat. You can play up to 4 players as well.
Okay. So when you see the skeleton, you can see 4 people can see it at the same time.
Yeah.
And touch the same thing and.
Yeah, actually, the idea is that we like the idea of sharing the app or sharing the tablet, but you can have like multiple tablets at the same time looking for different stuff.
Cool.
We actually went to Congress, and actually parents actually left their kids in our booth because they didn't want to go out anymore. So we actually were like the kindergarten of the Congress, and actually like 2 or 3 kids were playing together, like without actually saying anything. We didn't actually ask them to do anything. They just started to play together.
Good. You it's not a question, it's an advice. You talk about Mario Kart. Did you talk to Nintendo?
No, I mean, the thing is, I'm saying Mario Kart now, but we didn't call it this way in the game, and it doesn't actually look like Mario Kart.
No, I mean, did you talk to Nintendo to use a DS instead of an iPad, or because the DS is really cheaper than many children?
Yeah, so not. Yes. I mean, we are like really like in the beginning. So we are looking for opportunities to actually to grow and to make it bigger. We are like ready to go to sell in France, Germany, and US, but we don't have the contact and we don't have anyone to help us. So we are looking for investor as well as contact for launching this game worldwide.
Thank you very much, Antoine. Please keep your questions for the roundtable that is just happening in about 35 minutes, please. We're very happy to listen now to James Wooton from Basel University, Department of Physics, and he's going to present you a project called the Koduku Project. And it is a puzzle game to discover scientific research, and especially on the theme of quantum physics. So we're very glad to listen to him.